This is the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
Let's go to Tyler in Santa Barbara. Good morning, Tyler. Welcome.
Hi, Patrick. I love the show. My question was about Vice President JD Vance not kissing the ring of the Pope. I just wanted to know what you thought about that, him being the first Catholic vice president. What should he have done?
Well, one thing I know for sure is that there are protocols at these high levels. So, we're talking about heads of state here. Not only Pope Leo is the head of state of the Holy See, but JD Vance, he's not the head of state, but he's the next step down. So there are certain political and social protocols that apply that I'm unaware of. So I don't know whether or not there might be in the briefings leading up to the meeting with Pope Leo that maybe there was some discussion, that you should kiss the ring or you shouldn't kiss the ring. So in other words, let's put it this way, as a Catholic, you're not obliged to kiss the Pope's ring. It's a beautiful custom, and this is true for bishops in general. It's a beautiful custom. It doesn't go back to apostolic times. It's not in the Bible. It's not something that the early church fathers even really talk about, to my knowledge at least. It's not part of divine revelation, number one. And it's of a later, even a much later origin in medieval times and later that signified obeisance and respect for the office, but it's not obligatory. So to answer your question more directly, I would say that if, let's say, there was no preparatory discussion about whether or not he should kiss the ring or not kiss the ring, and he just decided he wasn't going to kiss the ring, he didn't thereby commit a sin. He didn't do anything immoral. He just didn't, if this is how it played out, he didn't observe a custom. And would I have observed the custom if I were him? Yeah, I probably would have. But he's also a new convert, so we have to cut him some slack too, because he wasn't raised Catholic. I mean, do you know his background? He's like a backwoods hillbilly type guy who rose out of obscurity and poverty and basically very little to draw upon. And he, went to Harvard and Yale, and he's done some amazing things. But he's also a new convert. So that's why I propose we cut him some slack, because he hasn't lived in the Catholic Church all that long. And some of these niceties and customs that make sense to you and me because we were raised with them, he wasn't. So that too, I think, is a factor we should at least consider. But bottom line for me is he didn't kiss the ring. I don't see it as a huge deal. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't irk me. If he had kissed the ring, okay, that's great. That's traditional. That's cool. But if he didn't, I'm not concerned about it. What do you think?
Yeah, he was probably thinking of, the people that he grew up with, and there's still an slight Catholic animus in the country. He probably was.
Yeah, it's more than slight, I'm sorry to say. There's a great deal of anti-Catholic sentiment, but that's another point. And here's another point. It may be that because we are, as a republic, a democratic republic in the United States, especially given our origins, there was a strong antipathy toward aristocracy and kings and hereditary succession and royalty and all that. A big part of the American psyche, certainly in the beginning, was a negative reaction against all that. So that too could play a role. And maybe it's like the American presidents or vice presidents or whoever don't kiss the ring of a foreign prince kind of thing. Could be part of that as well. But I don't know his mind. I can only judge by appearances.
Thanks, Patrick. That explains a lot.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Tyler. If you ever become the second American Pope, I'll probably kiss the ring if you say I can meet with you. You can join me by listening to the Patrick Madrid Show on the Relevant Radio app, live each weekday at 8 to 11 a.m. And thanks for listening.